Hey, this is Al Duncan, co-host of Skill Talk. Look, we got a great episode coming up for you in just a second, but I had to catch you real quick before we got started. I'm sitting here in sunny Las Vegas. I'm on the set, and I'm excited. Why? Because we got something new for you. It's called the S3 Plan, the Soft Skills Success Plan. And guess what? It's yours. It's our latest tool. It's our latest resource that's going to help you build and develop your soft skills. So I know you want to know, Al, where can I get mine? The only thing you got to do is head over to S3TEM.com. S3TEM.com. That stands for Soft Skills for STEM. Go over there, and while you're there, sign up for the newsletter to make sure you don't miss out on any other episodes of Skill Talk or any other resources that we have. Also, share this with someone that you know could use it, and please, get with us. In other words, let us know how you're feeling. Let us know if you got a question. Let us know if there's a topic you want us to cover. And guess what? We might feature you on an episode of Skill Talk coming up. So enjoy the episode. Until then, be safe, be well, and be blessed.
Hi, welcome to Skill Talk, the Soft Skills Success Show. My name is Michelle Lee, the founder of Soft Skills for STEM, and my co-host, Al Duncan.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good. You see the big grin is still here, as always. We're here in the Coca Capelli room, right? Is
Yes.
that how you say it?
Coca Capelli.
Coca Capelli. Okay, we're in the Coca Capelli room. Marriott Pyramid North. We're still here. You might have checked us out. Saw from last episode. We was excited about the conference we did, and we're still excited. So we got a good show coming up for you all today. What's the word for the day, Doc? I know you had something buzzing in your brain with some words you were saying earlier.
Oh, we're accountability.
Accountability. That's a good word. You mean like taking responsibility for your success and your mess as well?
Yes, especially your mess.
Especially your mess. You know what? I always say blame is lame. As a matter of fact, I got a little story. I'm going to tell y'all. I can tell you a story. So I'll tell you a story about four people. People named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. Okay? There was an important job to be done. Everybody was asked to do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. And somebody got angry about that, because it was everybody's job, okay? What happened is everybody knew that anybody could have done it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. So in the end, nobody told anybody, everybody blamed somebody, and nothing got done. And that's usually how it works in real life. Blame is lame. You cannot blame your way to success. You talk to anybody successful from any walk of life, and you will find out that the secret to success was not blaming people for other things that they had control over and things that they should have worked on themselves. You ever seen that type of stuff at work, Doc?
I see it all the time, and
Really?
I have people call in and they say, can you talk about accountability? Because there's a lot of folks at the job that are not accountable for their actions.
And that's not cool at all. Now, hold on, don't get it twisted, hold on, because we're not saying that you shouldn't stand up for yourself. Man, I'm like you. You're not going to be blaming stuff on me and it's not my fault. So we don't have a problem with that. But there's a thin line between standing up for yourself and making sure you don't let other people blame you for things that didn't happen, and you placing the blame for what you could have had control over on other people. It's real simple. You just got to do a quick check and ask yourself, what did I contribute to the situation? Did I do everything I could have done to make this thing successful, to make it work? And if the answer to those questions are yes, then guess what? Maybe it is somebody else's fault. But normally, especially when we're dealing with young people, the default mode is, they did it. Somebody else did it.
Yeah, that's true. They did it, and I just went through a situation where I was blamed for something. I was actually blamed for a work document.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, that I wrote. And the situation really had nothing to do with the work document that I wrote.
Okay, so you wrote a document and they tried to blame you for something else that had nothing to do with the actual document.
That's correct. And I don't want to get in and tell all the dark secrets
It's top secret stuff. She can't tell you. So
in the workplace. But my work document did specify to use a certain instrument.
Okay.
And they did use the instrument, but they did not use it properly.
Okay, so they did use the correct instrument. They didn't use it properly.
Yes.
Right. And so, of course, that was...
They tried to blame it on the work document.
Oh, the document wasn't correct.
Well, yes, the document was correct.
They tried to say it wasn't correct.
They tried to just put it on the document. In reality, they used the instrument incorrectly. So does that have anything to do with the work document?
I got you.
No.
I got you. So sometimes, even though you're working on making sure you're not the one blaming for other people for your stuff, you got to make sure that people are holding themselves accountable also. And that's an important part of being successful. Like we said, you can't let somebody be piling onto you for things that you didn't do. That's not cool.
And that is true. So of course, when there's always an incident like that, we have a critique to find out what the actual issue was. And It was a training issue because the person that issued the instrument did not know how to operate it.
Okay.
So it had nothing to do with my work document.
Got you.
But, that person should have taken accountability for his action. Mm-hmm. If he didn't know how to use something, he should have asked the question.
Ahead of time.
Ahead of time. Or just come back and say, you know what? My fault. I didn't know how to use it. I should have asked. But instead, he tried to ease his way out of it and blame it on something else. And that occurs all the time in the workplace.
I got you.
Just take responsibility for your action. Mm-hmm. And then just don't make that mistake again. Right. But I have viewers actually calling in, not calling in, but emailing, talking about, why don't people be accountable for their actions? And why doesn't management hold people accountable for their actions?
I got you. So actually, accountability a lot of times starts before you even take action. In other words, if you don't know what's going on, be humble enough and smart enough and curious enough to go ask a question before you start taking action on something. That way, at the end, when you make a mistake, you don't feel like, I could not get in trouble for this, or this is not my fault. Somebody should have told me. No, accountability starts before the action, when you take the action, and it's still there after the action if everything didn't go your way. You explain yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. We understand what happened. And you know what? You can't be trying to put your mess on somebody else. We don't get down like that. As a matter of fact, we got a Duncan Nugget. This Duncan Nugget says, never let other people's mess get in the way of your success. So we don't play that stuff, okay? And that includes if you don't know what's going on. Take the time, go ask questions, find out what's going on ahead of time, because that's part of accountability as well.
That is, seek clarification. And so when they blame the work document, they say that it wasn't clear. But before we even start work, we actually do a pre-job briefing.
Okay.
And that was an opportunity to ask questions there. And if something wasn't clear in that document, they have the option to pause work.
Okay, wait, let's help young people out that's watching. So you said before they even got started, there's a pre-work briefing?
A pre-work briefing to explain everything that's going to go on in that job.
Okay, so let's talk. So let's just say another young person's working at the lab. What you're saying is that there's an opportunity for everybody that's working on that to get information ahead of time.
Yes.
So that everything's clear.
Everything is clear.
Then you can move on it. But this person didn't take advantage of that.
Yeah, so they said. So, but
okay.
There wasn't an issue.
Gotcha.
The work document was clear. But instead of taking accountability for their actions, they decide to just blame this work document.
Got you.
And they had every opportunity. And all the training that we receive at our workplace, the common thread through that is if you don't understand something, seek clarity or you could pause work.
Got you. Yeah, seek clarity or pause work. I like that. That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, so I mean, after finding that when we had the critique, we realized that it wasn't my work document.
I got
It
you.
was actually a person not being accountable for their actions, not understanding and not asking questions and seeking clarity on the instrument.
Wow. So even though they tried to blame, the truth still came out anyway.
Yes.
See.
And so, yeah. And so when you look at that,
Right.
you really look bad. If you just would have just taken responsibility, I messed up. You know, and then we go forward and say, how can we prevent this in the future?
Right.
And, you know, trying to blame other people, sweep things under the rug actually creates conflict in the workplace.
It does. It does create conflict. So the bottom line is, as we said, blame is lame. You cannot blame your way to success. As a matter of fact, blame makes you look weak. Exceptional people have enough courage, enough heart, enough strength, enough internal fortitude to say, you know what, I made a mistake. Guess what? It won't happen again, and they don't let it happen again. That's called being accountable. Accountable is a powerful soft skill, and it may seem a little scary because you're trying to protect yourself at one point in time, but trust me, on the back end of things, it works out much better. So just keep that in your mind, accountability, and if you don't know, ask. Ask, or as Dr. Lee said, pause work. I like that right there.
Yeah, just stop it.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yes.
So do you want to give them any more wisdom about blame?
No.
I think that's enough. That's enough for them right now. That's good. That's something for you to munch on, something for you to think about. And you know what? My name is Al Duncan. On behalf of Dr. Michelle B. Lee, we have fun with you all as always. We look forward to seeing you on another episode. We kind of know what we're going to talk about because we know we're going to the Virgin Islands. So you want to check out that episode for sure. And until then, be safe, be well, and be blessed.
Dunkin' Nuggets.
Boom. The show is made possible thanks to the National Nuclear Security Administration.